So we will talk about one of the visualization direction. It's animation. Animation, which can help you to, let's say, improve emotion, which can help you to guide your customer. Yes, and it's simple. When we're talking about a project like you saw made in a cut, it's fine, it's technical, but it's not alive. So technology, which could be on every architect desktop, it's easy to learn, easy to use, it's quick, yeah, and you can make project alive. This is the key. So software for every architecture. Sorry if there are some companies which make visualization, but now technology allows, like Lumion technology, allows to architects to be independent and to create and to express mind themselves in easy, fast way, okay? And how it works, Rene will show how it works. And please do not forget, all decision-making, it's emotion-based. All decision-making. We think that we are smart, but the biggest part decision-making is emotional things. How you can prove me. Even technical things. Even technical things. How you present me technical things. It's emotional-based. So, easy, quick rendering and animation technology. We would like to present, who knows Lumion? Ah, very good.
You even use it?
Okay, so very good.
Family, so you know what we talk about.
Yeah, so for the rest, I think it will be impressed. Okay, so.
I hope this one works. So, thank you. Okay, it's interesting that people are here because it's not so often that people use Lumion already. But it's interesting, so you are advanced? How far? For how long you use it already? Ah, you are, cool. So our intention right now is not to go too deep inside. It's first of all to express why it's important to have Lumion or what part of this. Because Lumion is not based on any CAD system. Means like I don't represent Lumion as elite CAD product. We are just giving accommodation. We give ideas to our clients to use Lumion. Yeah, but I need then two hands. I need 2 hands afterwards, so that's why. For us, it's important that our clients all over the world already realize that it's a very hard thing to do to make renderings. There are professional companies, as Anesta started at the beginning to explain, who are working quite good and making a lot of money with renderings, but at least what is the process? When you have any kind of important work to do, you need to stop about 1 week before to give your ideas to the company. They make the pictures in a very good quality, but if you want to make changes in the last moment, and our work is sometimes the night before finished. I think you have the same situation sometimes. I know this from my studying and even from my work. So you need to have a kind of time schedule to be able to give to another company for renderings. And at least they give you mostly 3, 4, 5 pictures, that's normal, and then you have static pictures. And the guys who are using Lumion already know that the important part of Lumion is not the perfect, special, perfect rendering. It's the time, how fast you get results, and in which kind of quality. It's the combination of time and quality. And the important part is why we show it here, is just to show that you can bring in any kind of 3D model into Lumion. Means like even from SketchUp, if somebody works with this, even SketchUp is not a real BIM software, but it's creating 3D models, so you can even create from there. We even do the same. We work very close already with the company in Netherlands to get, we are very combined. We started to talk about in Munich about 1.5 years ago. We have a kind of special export start of next year for Lumion specific. At least now we do it by SketchUp export. We export from EliteCAD a SketchUp export file and you can read it immediately there. Actualization works automatically, means like 1 click and the object will be changed to another that you just save again out from a CAD system, even from EliteCAD. The most important part is that textures and all the things you use in the Lumion are already stay on the materials. Means like if you once used it, in the next actualization of the project, automatically the textures stay at the same place. This means you don't need to do all the time the same afterwards, even if it's another software. What is Lumion? For all the guys who already know it, I'm sorry, I don't want to bore you, but I just try to make the first steps because not everybody knows that. First step is that it's, first of all, not any kind of CAD system. It's not a very complicated interface. It's like, I call it sometimes it's an app. It's a bit like playing on an iPad, something like that. It's a bit like this. Important part, you have already some kind of examples, surroundings, means like you don't need to do anything. This is already what even Lumion calls a real-time renderer. Means like you have all effects automatically in the software, even sunlight, all the effects are, hello? Okay, all the effects are always available at the moment you use it. You see there is grass and there's all the things. I don't even go into details. Why grass, how to stop it, how to activate, deactivate grass. This is not the most important part. But the important part is that you can use all the applications that Lumion is including with a simple 3D model out of a CAD system. It would be the best out of EliteCAD, of course, but of course of every other. This is what Lumion is proud about, to have combination with every CAD system. How can we bring an imported 3D model into Lumion? There is one button up there. It's called Imported Objects, New Object Imported, and I search for, in this case, a SketchUp file, comes out from EliteCAD. I open it, we call it Riga. You can even, if you would create it in a 3D Studio Max, Cinema 4D, you can even include animations and stuff like this, so you can use all the things which are available there. That's all you need to do. And the next step is like, that's why I call it an app. It had nothing to do with a CAD system. You have a big arrow here, and then you place it anywhere. Important part, Lumion cannot create anything. They cannot make any geometry. You cannot change anything on this object right now. That's not what they want to do. They give the surroundings, you give the object by a 3D model, and they create the surroundings around. So this means if you want to change a window, go back to the CAD system or to the system where created, just create that, save it again, actualization here. You cannot change anything. It's not what they want to do. Important thing is that I imported this model right now. It's not very textured, just a little bit. We have here some kind of should be glass. It's not. But it's not the big problem, because at the moment you use it, like in any kind of chance, you can go to the material parts. It's called materials. And the only thing you need to do is just to click on any surface. Means the system that you used before as a CAD system, you give there a color, or minimum a color, or a texture already. And all the same colors or same textures are included in the software, and you can change it by a click. I click on this surface right now and tell it, okay, this should be glass. That's it. That means all the surfaces with the same color or texture out of the system where you import it get the same material. I will not go material to material and change everything right now. This is not the important part. Our goal is not to create a simple result, but what is an important thing? You can even not create any kind of, let's say, real terrain, because this is just a modeling software. This means you do it in the CAD system, and even here is already a modeling of a terrain behind that we made by real vectoral informations in our software. What can we do? How can we get it back? How can we see it? There is a button called Landscapes, and you go there and say you want to just bring the landscape down. This means you don't need to do more than just model. This is what makes fun for me as an architect. This is really funny. Because, you know, the technical vector works was the first part, but now I just go here and just play a bit around. I can go by circles, how big the circle is. You cannot say, please, 1 meter to the left, 50 to the right. This is not possible. You just you model there. It's a modeling software. So you give the, I do not care so much about the things, but the rest under, it's from our CAD system. Means like really numeric, even maybe you imported the files. Here we have some streets and stuff like that, so all we need. Even here under, we can go in there. I don't see it right now, because I don't need to see that. Next part is, I would like to have the same material, like here, this material of growing grass on my terrain out of the CAD system. It's not so difficult at least, because I just need to take the material to this object, go to the material, click on this whole material there, and give it the information. Let me find it here. Nature, I think. Grass. Or am I wrong? No. Wait. Here, landscape. Sorry, wrong button. And this is all you need to do. It's taking automatically the landscape, and you have in a second growing grass on your CAD model software. It's not that we say this is the only thing for the future. Of course, we are even working on new technologies for bringing it into a CAD system. We see a few of these things afterwards. But what you do now is just saying, that's it. I created a real terrain. Here you see, grass under the pool, not so fine. Yeah, then the same again, it's always the same. Go to the button of landscape, just go down. I want to have it lower. Let's take it a bit smaller and a bit not so fast, and I just go under and then go away with this. Or here, just the wrong one. No, sorry, I'm wrong. It's on another button, on this here. Go smaller. Here. Because it's not the landscape of Lumion, it's the landscape, the terrain that I made in the CAD system. So I just rub that off wherever I want. I don't go in details right now. Just this is what you do with your whole model. An important part is we have water in there. Looks not so nice. Not for a real-time render engine. Go to a material. This is one of the most impressive things that I know from Lumion is clicking on a material here by the material button, clicking on the material and say simply it's nature and it's water. Not more to do. And the thing we do is we get, this is real water. It looks really like water, no matter from which kind of perspective you want to go to. This is just how to work on a model like that. You can animate cars, stuff like that. This is not what I'm going to go into right now. What I would like to show is with a done model already, because we don't have so much time. That's why we're going to go to load. Let's take this one. I think the guys who use Lumion know this example, of course. It's called Villa Cabrera. Looks quite nice. The model is out of a German company.
Yeah. Do you remember I told you that let's imagine scenario. So you see.
So this is just a done one, you know. If you, let's say about 1.5 hours, maybe 2, you get this easily done. The model comes from a CAD system, of course, and the rest is from Lumion. You can place, you see here the trees are moving and all these things are working automatically. Even there is a guy in there. It's a very funny thing. This guy is like already since 6 months on the mobile. Every time I see him, he's calling, you know. And so he's he's already moving. You see, he's shaking out of his work. But he's there. They have kind of objects in there, about 2,500, I think. Cars, trees, interior design, outside things, people, all these things. But the important thing is, if you made this already, there are 2 buttons. One is picture, the other one is movie. Simple as that. Click on the picture button and you get simple something like a picture. You move yourself anywhere, like now I move here, move myself to this place. I want to have this picture. I don't know why, because I want to have it now. This picture from here to here. Go here, click on the button camera, and this is the picture. And what I would like to express is, if you are a professional renderer with 5 years, 10 years experience in cinema or 3D Studio Max or whatever, okay, but then you needed a lot of time to get into this. What we try to show is that almost everybody, and these are the words which Ernestus told them in the first 20 minutes, we want to show available software for people who are not having, let's say, architect like we are, hundreds of hours time to get into a software. I have this picture made right now, and the only thing I need to do to choose 4 buttons. And this is the quality button. Try to go in a professional render software and try to increase the quality. 200 pages of help or whatever, it's not so easy to get a result. They just said, let's make 4 qualities. One is for, let's say, email, that's they call. The other is for desktop, means full HD, 1920 pixel. And the other is for printing, and the other was for poster. And it's about enough that you need to do. If I take this picture right now to a desktop button, for example, and I bring it to my desktop right now, and I call it just test, and now I click on the button. What you see right now there is the system is calculating 16 pictures and with different scenarios of lights, and that's all the software needs to do. That's the result already we've done. When we go to the desktop, this is the picture. It's not perfect, I don't say that, but if I need a fast result to show something, I don't want to waste 30 or, I don't know, 1 hour. If you're really good, maybe 1 hour in another software. And if I want to make an actualization, I get this. And sunlight animation is the easiest thing to do in Lumion, because in Lumion we have just one button. Let's go back to this one. Here, go back to a place where we were before, to this side, because it looks nice on this part. Go a bit more down from here. So now we want to change the sunlight scenario. One button to the weather, as they call it. Here you have west, north, south, and east, and here you have just the height of the sun. I change it this way, I change it that way. That's all I need to do. And then, what would you like to have?
Rain.
Rain! Oh my God. Just simple, that's not so simple, let's say.
What about spring or
No.
winter time?
You can do, that's what I try to do right now. I show you. I give you a new, you can put on any picture an effect. Means like you have even like an app, choose your effects, and you have on the weather effects, for example here, snow. Then it's snowing. You can say, and this is one of the most important things, you don't need to go in and make numbers. You have here just simple lines to drop it left or right. Want to have more snow, want to have less snow, want to have it windy, want to have it fast or slow. It's faster snow. You see it immediately. That's what they call real time. And even the same is an effect by rain. You have effect by a lot of things. And one of the effects, for example, and this is one of the me as an architect, I like this called Styrofoam. It's like the model type of a model. It's not like virtual reality. It's just like out of transparent plastic material, something like that. This is quite interesting because in this moment I can do this in an easy way. I show you, but first, before we go to this, because it's another example, we have now static pictures, but now we're going to go to moving pictures or animations. You see, the same kind of easy. You have just you make your own movies, you say first position, and now I say, okay, let me take a look for the first part. This was first part on the left side, my position. Now the right side, this is not enough. I want to go more to the right side. Then we go back to this and say, this picture here is not the right one. I want to move more to the right. I want to turn my head a little bit more to the left, and here I would like to stop the movie. So I make here a new picture and just delete this one and watch it again. You can control it immediately. This is not the rendered movie. This is the, let's say, the screenplay. Here we try out if we are available for Oscars next year to see what, we are the directors. You are the director in a very easygoing way. You move somewhere. And if this is now the picture, if this is now the animation you want to have, let's go to the next part. And this is exactly what it's about. Easygoing part. Last button I would like to talk about is called My Lumion. It's an internet platform where you can load up your model. You send the link to your client. He opens the iPad, goes in there, and moves the model with the same kind of quality, same kind of effects that you see on here. Last thing that I would like to show is a done movie, because we could talk another hour or two about it, but we don't have so much time for that. It's easier to talk with Ernestus because he's reseller of Lumion in the area here, so he will tell you how to get a chance to even make a download or whatever. I'm going to go to a Lumion 6 demo reel, it's called, like the last version is showing a few kind of effect.
Do you remember our students from Vilnius Technical University? That short video about children gardens, 2 hours, 5 moving videos. So for sure, every architect can do that now.
I would like to say one more thing to this. I know the
sales manager of Germany, Switzerland, Austria very well. We had a lot of hard communications about Lumion, and he told me that they are absolutely not offering any kind of workshops. They do not make workshops with clients because they say it's a non-workshop. It's not workshopable. He says that means you cannot make a workshop because they are already advanced before they are able to make a workshop with you, because you're going there 2 hours and it's all the software talks with you like it's so easy to use. I would like to show you the show reel of the Lumion 6 version, and then that's the end of Lumion for now. Let's start it out. Just in case, I don't know if you talked about our videos, all are with German interface. Reason is because it's made like this, but of course the LeadCAD is available in English, fully. Yeah. Just to tell you, because you don't need to learn German right now. If you ever want to make a trial version or something like that, it's even available in English, so don't worry.
Yeah, so just to your imagination about easy technology, easy accessible, easy to learn. It's not needed to learn at all, to be honest. So, this is what I told you. Revolution is in that now every architect can quickly express what he wants. This is the key of the revolution. Okay? And revolution is 4D architecture. It's much more emotional, makes much more bigger effect, as you can see. Please visit our beamsolution.lv, and there are more information about all those technologies, even Lumion. You can find more project examples, just to catch idea. For example, Monaco, old city. They made Monaco. So there could be Riga. There are a lot of opportunities. Yeah. So, of course, if everyone will start doing like this, it will be borrowed. So, Lumion, it's not everything, but sometimes in some part, Lumion is very effective solution and very effective technology. Yeah. So you should think about mix between photo and video, let's say. But anyway, and another, the message what I would like to get back, please think about that you or property development themselves can help to sell property. It's your chance. All architects have chance to help to property developers to sell. It means like this, sell property developers property to the customer, for rent, or to end user customer, to sell apartment. This is what we have to think about that. We should change our mind how we are dealing with our customer. We need to help our customer to earn money. This is what we need to do. Not to take out from the pocket money, but to earn money. Please help your customer to earn money. Please do not be only expenses. Help to sell them. Simple. For example, business idea. Ask 1% of your property and make sure that buyers will purchase his property, not competitors. Simple.
I'm done.
Just ask 1% of that. Don't ask 1,000 or 100 euro for one image. Ask 1%. Okay, or 0.005. Because you are helping to sell.
I'm done.
Yeah, okay, good. So now let's jump to another technology. Now come back to the model. Now come back to the topic, to be in the project. Let's go in the project. Let's go back to review solution. Let's go back to the project, and it comes to two parts. Yeah.
Yes.
One part's just one simple review, which is also very important, and to the project with Oculus Rift. Okay.
Okay. What did we do till now? Creating a model. Okay. Best case for us in EliteCAD, if not in another. Then import it to another software, which is for 15 years already, very well in real-time rendering, has a lot of experience. But the problem is you still need to transport from one to the other. You need to try to fix these kind of problems. But you cannot go with your client through a model and change things, or just show him or give him something to make it by himself. Yeah, on an iPad. That's all okay, but this is not what the future should bring. Our vision for the next version that we're gonna bring end of the year or start of 2017 is to bring virtual reality into a CAD system. This is something that is not so easy as it sounds like. We are creating already since 2 years very close to Oculus. I guess Oculus is a known name, a company of Facebook already. Mark Zuckerberg bought it for $2.5 billion. So I think he's convinced about the fact that this can be some kind of future thing. We developed since 2 years with Oculus together this part, and we included already our software complete in Oculus system and vice versa. So This is what is the second part. The first part is, how do you, right now, let's ask the people who are not using a BIM or a 3D software, how do you present your model or your project to a client? Plan, views, sections, views, perspectives, renderings, something like that, right? Yes, no, please. Yes, no, I'm afraid. Okay, like that. I guess so, because you will not do it much more different. The others with 3D software create maybe their own renderings in their software or give a 3D model to someone who does it at least. But at least there is always a kind of few people need to be surrounded in this project, need to be involved. What we would like to do is for the future to take this. To take this, everybody who, many of you are the younger ones for sure, the older ones for sure too, just don't tell it to us. This is what everybody knows. We have a PlayStation 4 controller, but it doesn't make any difference. Oculus will be, in the future, have Microsoft products in, so with the Oculus you get even a controller of Microsoft. So this is what we would like to give our customers, to give it to their clients. Because this is something that people can maybe use immediately or easily. But what do we need for that? A model which gives reflections, would give some kind of bump maps already originally in the moment you go through. This is what we try to do with this software product in the future. And this is now when we take a look on this model, it's the same kind of 3D model as we are used to it. With a click, the only thing I need to do right now is just to, let me take this to my pocket. Then, how far can I go? A little bit? Cool. And what you see here is just I have this in my hands, and I just move myself in a completely different perspective. It has nothing to do with the screen, with moving it with the mouse. It's completely different. Because what we have here is reflections, real-time reflections in the 3D model. Behind this model is the same model as same kind of type of model that you saw before. Created in EliteCAD, the model is behind. 2D views, plan views, sections, all the views are behind. If you would change something in here with the client together, it would be changed in all your project plan views, sections, or views. What is important? I can fly, I can walk around, I can go through this system. We are already now working on moving water. It's not the last, it's a prototype because it will need another couple of months to create it, but we are already having now moved water. We'll get better. We will never get there where Lumion is. I guess in the next 6 months we will not make it that way, but we try our best. What is important? We can move around here and do the same like in all our software. If I want to change the style, I change it by a click, because this is the same that we do in EliteCAD already right now, but we have a completely different perspective of all that. We can go through this, we can go around. This is just another model that we saw before, a bit more architecture. Go backwards, just one click and have it back in the realistic part. Then we go up the stairs, if I can make it. You see that I'm too fast a little bit? We have, of course, all the sections. We will have them control of going through windows, through doors. This is something that needs to be done. But what would you like to do now? Oh, I forgot, I would like to make a movie. So you go there and say, okay, 1 point, 2nd point, 3rd point, please calculate away, like it's in Lumion, like it's in many other products. But this is not what you need to do. All I did right now was already recorded. Behind there, we record all the time. Whatever you do in this walkthrough mode will be recorded. At the moment, it's 5 minutes, but then you can go into settings and say, I would like to record the last 20 minutes. Then afterwards, you go in EliteCAD in a little application and cut your movie there, and then bring it out. What we do here is not rendering. This is OpenGL technology, like in the real modeling even. And when you go through this, you can even make out of this, at the moment we are creating 16,000 pixels on one side. This means this is more than I don't know, 6,000 dpi if necessary. The same we would do even with animated movies, because it's possible, graphic cards can do that. We just need to put it into the software to be able to create these pictures. This means you will be in the future be able to stay here and say, okay, with the client, let's change the color up there. And we go to the model here and do not just change. The texture is no problem. We saw it even in Lumion how to do that. But if I go here right now and say, I would just want to pause it on this here, and then I go on the material up there, I have the same kind of intelligent object there. I just get it in here, and then I click on the button and change that. In the moment I'm done, I just go on. One click, go back, and I go on with the change. And what happened now, this change is not just in this picture, it's in the plan views, it's in the sections if necessary. It's everywhere because it's one model, parametric, and you can go everywhere and change everything. Even, for example, I would like to change this window here. Click on the window, go to the settings and say it's not 315, it's just 250 because there are just small people living there. Change that. I don't know, it's not, sometimes customers do strange things or just wish strange things. So then I go in there, I can even walk through this, then I change back, and that's the model, and that's the mode where I'm moving. Of course, it's not like, we get often asked, is this the future of planning an object? Never. I mean, try to plan an object in this way. This is not what we want to support. It's like presenting things in a completely different way to clients and customers, and give a chance to the architect afterwards to not have the whole work behind. You don't need to tell it to clients that it's already done. Tell him, okay, in 1 week you will get your corrected plans or whatever you have to do, and you go there, make it for 2 hours, and then make another project. This is what Anestas called efficiency. Like, if you get 80% automatically, and in the last 20 you just need to finish, you have already 80% done automatically in this way. And after this, when we have this camera way already behind in our software or on our computer, we just can afterwards say, please play it or don't play it or whatever. But this is just walkthrough. This is just walking through a model. That's the only thing.
Do you think that type of, let's say, presenting to customer or let's say discussion, is it right solution or not? Much more efficient, I think. It's much more efficient.
Sorry, if you use Lumion, try it. Left is the head, right is the button. Please don't push any button on the right. Just the two, this one, yeah, because this, yeah, these two. And you can fly on the back side, on the flips, yeah.
Simple.
Up or down.
Every customer can review your project in this way. Every. And you immediately can react on the wishes of the customer, as Rene showed you. Yeah. Okay, let's change.
Okay, yes. Somebody played already a couple of times. You know how to use this instrument.
Yes. Sorry to interrupt you.
No.
But so the intention is to send it to a client, right?
No. The intention is to go together with the client.
All right.
Not to be there. Because Anesta said one thing, and I am really supporting that because it's my work for 25 years already. I'm always too far away from the client. I don't see his face. In the moment I try to sell him my idea, I want to see his emotion. Is it good or not? Because then I give him the answer that he doesn't even know that I know already what he wants because I see it in his, good or not. The intention for the future in our software will be that you go there, go to the wall, see there a symbol, click with the control on the wall, and you have a range of materials there and change the materials.
It's not software, it's technology like this,
no cars
not
in
because
the garage.
you
no
need
cars.
not to contact customer. It's opposite. It to be more interactive with customer. Okay?
For this, normal business. Normal 3D, for every 3D software like CAD system.
It's
not
a
more.
CAD
Not more, not less. No, the same like for every kind of normal 3D software of CAD systems. Like, let's say i5, i7, something like that, graphic card with 1 gigabyte, something like that. Not really very special ones, because this doesn't need any time. The only thing is, the graphic card is, the only really important component is the graphic card, because we do everything on the graphic card. Not in our software, we produce everything on the graphic card. So if this is a good one with 2 GB, you have everything in very fast way. If not, you wait a few seconds longer. If it's about the second part with Oculus, it's a completely different part. Oculus has very strict hardware components which you need for that.
Yep. Now another way. Now we are not in project. Yes. So second part will be just to jump in.
But really this is even a completely different way of let's say going through your project, because it's not, if you export it in another software, okay, it's even cool, you get good effects, everything like that, but at least you are not able to change your project status in this moment. You can present what you have right now, but you cannot change anything, especially in geometric way, you cannot. If you would please go back for the area behind where the pool is, please. Yes. What we already have in the software right now, there was no time before because we were more technical. We import every kind of SketchUp file. This means we are combined with the 3D warehouse. So if you want to have people, if you want to have cars, just click and by drag and drop it in our software. This means I can, if you stay there just for a moment, please. May I have it for a second? I have just a couple of other things there too. Yeah.
This is working visualization. Just for checking solution with customer to make decision, is it good or not? It's not emotion, it's just involved for decision making, for checking.
No, it's just, it's like the tip. It's like I told you, it's a layer system. It's behind the model, behind everything that you work. Usually you can even take just one. Try this in Lumion. Try to just open up one story. Let him take a look into the first floor, for example. This doesn't work because you cannot just click on the button and say it's not. Because here I have more details in there. We even have a girl there.
Do you change the environment from day to night and something like that?
Yes, like we have a real time already now in the existing present software. We have this for the sunlight calculation. Sure, yeah. It's in the software already there, existing now. We don't need to change that.
So it's the same software, BIM software?
It's the same, like, this is EliteCAD, like you saw before. It's the same, just the next version in the future. That's all. We don't need to do anything else. I can now change here we have the real time. And in this moment, we have in the software automatically real time. And now, this is something that you need to try in other things in the future, please. Because we try to check it out. Let's go to walk. Try to walk in the model while you make a real-time face. This doesn't work. We will even switch on lights. You can decide this light should go on 22:30 to this time. And it's not rendered, it's like, it's a CAD system. It's not like Lumion real-time renderer. The only work that the real-time renderer Lumion has to do is to make nice materials, that's all. But we have the whole technical project behind, because the sections are behind and everything that's there. Okay, so the next step is to go into this, as Ernesto told before.
Yes.
This is what, as you asked before, this needs some kind of more hardware.
Yeah, but before that, so we are going to test.
Yeah, sure. But
okay.
Let me just show first the technology for 5 minutes and then to know what it's about.
And after that, we have also Rene presentation one.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is already existing in our software. This is nothing new with a part. So what we need now is to activate the Oculus Rift mode. And for this is what, it looks weird, but in the Oculus it will be get together. So you cannot transport it's technically not possible. Oculus does not support that. To give the glasses, what you see there on the screen, it's technically not possible. Because you can see what the glasses see, but you cannot bring the eyes together. That's what in the glasses it looks different, of course. But the important thing is now we have a camera way before, but what we have here right now is the possibility to move everything, every head, wherever you want it to. This is 3D out of the object, but 4 and 5D, I call it up and down, left and right, means like you can do everything you want. What is important, if you have a walkthrough where you can stop every time you want, you can, now it's a camera way that you create for your clients. Now you give the controller to your client and he has the glasses on. In this moment, he can go there with this, or you do that for him and just stop it and say, okay, now I want to go into the, we call it at the moment safari mode. You just get out of the car, run to the lions, and in the moment it gets dangerous, run back to the car, and please go on with the safety car. But I want to go in the safari mode, as we call. I just click on this button, and now I can move myself. With the glasses on, and please try it out. This is something really weird. It's really cool. That's why we have a chair here. We do not allow anyone to stay while doing this, because it can make you a bit dizzy, but then you go home with a good feeling, hopefully.
Careful, don't worry, because it's really
No, it's quite fun. It's really fun, but just necessary to sit down, because you need to compare it with your eyes. And now I say, okay, in this moment, I do not want to go myself. I want to go back to the camera. So then I just go on with the camera view, goes back to the last position, and the camera goes on. So you can create done camera views before. In the moment, for example, I say here right now, please stop. I go out, and in this moment, this is not possible with any other technology, just Oculus. Now I go there, go forward, and I lean with the glasses. You can try it afterwards. It feels like you already look down there, because this is not possible by going over. This is not possible with a usual 3D object. This is like, you can go, because here's the sensor, here's the glass, and you go just forward and backward and just lean forward. That's all you can do. It looks a bit weird here on the screen, but in there it looks really cool and fun. So I can tell you more than 2 hours more, but I want to stop here because I would like to give you a chance to try that out. It was a view to the future. We hope that we can make it end of the year, because now we get the new glasses in April. The customer glasses, how they get sold, should be done. And in this moment, we will create the last version, and then end of the year, we hope we will have it in our software. It's part of the software. It's not something special. Nobody needs to pay more for that. Of our clients will have that. This is our policy, to get that everybody gets everything, not for everything needs to be paid. So this is a part of our software in the future. I thank you for your attention, and I hope try it out. And as I told already, the first 3 or 4.
Yeah, we still have one presentation.
Okay, afterwards, but try it out. I go out now, and where is the young lady? It's your turn right now.